Alright, so we're gonna be doing triangle chokes.
I thought you were gonna pop me up in there and catch me in a triangle.
I'd probably kill myself if I did that. So we're getting to our triangle. Let's say we're getting to like the beginning of a triangle. We got a couple main goals. I want ideally his arm crossed, which is not the most important goal. I would like this leg to get up here and locked under my other leg, and I would like to get to a better angle. So I'm gonna have all of those things at once. It'll be, this is a little uncrossed, my legs are not triangle all the way, and I'm too straight on. I'm going to keep some tension with my legs, hang my heels and my calves on his back, and pinch my knees, so that if he starts trying to posture up, I kind of pull my knee to me without getting too folded. Though if he tries to push into me, you have to keep the hips tight, but also pull with the knees. I want this arm across. I'm going to lift the hip and press on it, and then work on holding the head. This hand will reach in, grab the shin, step on the hip, move myself by pushing on the hip and chopping, chopping, chopping my leg across the neck until I can close up here. I would like to close so that this shoulder is behind more of my leg instead of closing outside of it. If I try to close out here, I got long legs, so I might be able to do it, but I feel like my ankle's getting stretched and my knee's gonna pop. So I would try to come over the front of that shoulder so that now I'm just from here to here instead of around the entire back of this. And then the arm being crossed now. The finishing mechanisms I like are to turn this leg, the one you don't usually think about, out. And then to try to chop and curl this leg down and just resist that motion with the other leg and put the hips in. Surprise. You all right there?
Yeah, you were talking for a bit.
A little bit. So versus people get here, they lock it up, the shoulder's inside, I'm still square here, this elbow is maybe like that, and then I can lift my hips and squeeze a bunch, but if you just get any kind of resistance to it, shove your head through more. You see how much of his neck is fine here? So work on crossing this. A detail on that cross is don't just come here and pick up their wrists, because they're not gonna let you. Keep your elbow tight. I won't be able to pull that across unless I get behind the elbow and lift and press it. So that, try to uncross that now. I'm pushing on the back of the elbow there. And then one last little thing, sometimes if they put their chin on their bicep, it's a little thing, but they'll survive here. You know what I'm talking about? Brace yourself. So when I try to pull the head down and squeeze, there's a little room. Take their head and give them a little chiropractic of turning their chin towards their elbow so that they don't get to brace on that anymore. Just a little like that. Here, turn, and lift.
What about you answering the phone?
Answer the phone. I usually do what I call jackpot, which is just grab their hand and pull it that way. If their elbow's across your stomach, then it's gonna get them. If it's over here, it won't do it. It's when it's right that, then you just kind of hip in and pull this. That way, it depends how persistent I want to be. I usually just switch to normal plata.
Okay.
But if I want to try to choke you anyway, I can work on trying to get this out from under there, kind of pulling on the elbow to make shoulder pressure. Or if I don't really care about that, you can do what would be normally a bad triangle and lock it the reverse way, and then just really work on squeezing the knees. But if they got a strong shoulder, that one can be hard to finish.
Yeah. The one thing I do from that one is,
Just so you know, your battery's been flashing for a while.
We'll see if the battery survives.
Let's see the body
Choke.
So boom, I'm here and like you're really wrapped around is putting my hand in my pocket and really digging this through so I can get here, and now I'm gonna use my forearm or your forearm and get the Kimura motion. So I'm gonna pull towards me and I'm gonna lift with my forearm.
Yeah.
I catch a lot of people with that.
Yeah, it's so tight in the shoulder, I can see why.
alright,
All right, hopefully the
Extra.
battery survived.
some bonuses.